In 21 days, I was in Kailash, trekked. My muscle mass had gone down, my legs had become like this. Always I've been walking, trekking, playing games, but my muscle mass went down so much in these 8 weeks, I just shrank like that.
3 weeks ago, a 94-year-old Chinese monk said something that could shake the whole world if you really think about it. It is said that this monk broke his 60 years of silence and revealed the secret of some old and forbidden texts that were hidden beneath a monastery. And in those texts, Mount Kailash is not described as just a mountain, but as an ancient machine that has been active for thousands of years. The monk calls it an anchor point, meaning a mysterious point on Earth where time does not move in a normal way. It is said that around it time bends. The human body feels strange effects. Machines stop working, and beneath the mountain something is hidden that the texts call the seed of the next world. Now the question is this just a scary story, or is there really a big secret hidden inside Mount Kailash that has been kept away from humanity? In this video, you are going to find out a secret that will shake your thinking. Before we go deeper into details, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can watch such videos first. Now, the story starts with a 94-year-old Chinese monk, Chen Huimin. It is said that he kept a secret in his heart for almost 60 years, something that he was not allowed to tell anyone. Beneath his monastery, some old and forbidden texts were hidden. These texts were not like normal religious books, but they had such things written about Mount Kailash that feel nothing less than a mystery. According to Chen Huimin in these texts, Kailash is not described as just a sacred mountain, but as an ancient machine, a machine that was placed on Earth by some unknown power or civilization long before humans even existed. Now the question arises, if all this is just belief, then why were these texts hidden for so many years? According to monk Chen Huimin, the ancient texts say that time around Mount Kailash does not flow normally. Sometimes it feels like time stops, sometimes it suddenly speeds up, and sometimes it takes years away from a person's life as if some invisible force is pulling age out of the body. It is said that from the peak of Kailash, a mysterious field spreads up to around 15 kilometers. Inside this zone, strange effects are seen on the body, mind, and time itself. That is why since ancient times people never considered the Kailash parikrama as just a religious journey. According to the texts, during the parikrama time actually changes meaning. It was not just symbolic that sins get removed or karma becomes lighter, but it was believed that a person enters a different time energy field. The most frightening part is that if someone goes too close to this mountain, the mountain does not just scare them, take something from them. Something that can never be returned. Their hours, their years, their future. Russian expedition proof. 1999. Now the story comes to that incident which many people consider the strongest proof, the 1999 Russian expedition. This mission was led by Dr. Yuri Volov, who had years of experience in high-altitude medical research. That means he was someone who fully understood mountains, extreme cold, and how the human body reacts to them. But what he saw that day shook all of his understanding. According to the report, some climbers from Siberia returned from the slopes of Mount Kailash. They had gone out for just 12 hours, only 12 hours. But when they came back, it looked like they had aged 20 years. Sudden changes started appearing in their bodies. Muscles had shrunk. Their faces became loose. Deep wrinkles appeared. The most shocking part was that their thick black hair had completely turned white, and their nails had grown so much as if they hadn't been cut for months, not weeks. Dr. Volkov immediately ordered a medical examination. When the blood reports came, even the doctors were shocked. It showed extremely high biological stress, as if the body had gone through years of fatigue and aging in just a few hours. Their organs were working like those of 70 to 80-year-old people, while in reality they were all fit individuals around 30 years old. The most frightening detail was written in his diary. Volkov wrote their eyes were the most disturbing. There was no fear in them. There was emptiness, as if they had seen something that erased a part of them forever. And the story does not end here. The condition of all those climbers kept getting worse slowly, and within just 2 years all of them died. Some had sudden heart failure, while others' organs stopped working. Now the question is, what really happened in those 12 hours that completely changed a person's entire life? Now the biggest question arises, can this really happen? Because the data that came out goes completely against the rules of the human body. Medical science says such rapid changes in the body are not possible. Aging is a slow process. Cells get damaged gradually. Muscles weaken over time. But here all those changes happened within hours. That means what should take 20 to 30 years happened in half a day. The strangest part was that not all climbers were in exactly the same condition, and their memories of time were also different. Some said they were there for weeks, while others said only a few hours had passed. That means not just the body but the mind was also experiencing time differently. Now this creates even more confusion. If time is the same, then why did different people feel it differently? This is the point where science and mystery stand face to face. On one side, there are medical reports clearly showing abnormal changes in the body. On the other side, there is no solid scientific explanation that can fully explain it, no disease, no known natural cause. So now the question becomes, do we still not understand everything about the human body and time? Or is there really something happening around Mount Kailash that is far beyond our understanding? Now, if you think that Kailash only affects the body, then the real game actually happens with the mind. According to the monks, there exists something called a rejection field, an invisible zone that doesn't harm a person directly but forces them to turn back through their own mind. As soon as someone gets close to this area, strange things begin to happen. Many climbers have reported that they started seeing illusions of their own family members dying, as if everything was ending right in front of them. Some felt like the ground was breaking beneath their feet, even though in reality nothing was there. Along with this sudden nausea, panic, and a rapid heartbeat all start at the same time. The most dangerous part is that this doesn't happen to just one person. It happens to the entire team. That means everyone is seeing different things, but inside they all feel the same kind of fear, as if something is clearly telling them, you don't belong here, go back. The case of Russian climber Sergei Chizikov is considered one of the most terrifying. He said it was not just altitude sickness, but a strange pressure he could feel on his mind. According to him, a voice kept echoing inside his head. You don't belong here. And the strangest part was that voice was not his own. The moment he decided to turn back, all the symptoms suddenly disappeared, and no fear, no panic, as if nothing had ever happened. Now the question is this just a trick of the mind? Or is it possible that Mount Kailash is somehow keeping humans away from itself? Impossible Summit Attempts 1926 to 2001. Now the question comes, if so many strange things are happening, has anyone actually tried to reach the summit of Mount Kailash? Many people have tried, but every story ends at the same point, turning back. In 1926, a British mountaineer, Hugh Rutledge, tried to understand this mountain closely. He was not a beginner climber, but someone who had experience with many dangerous Himalayan peaks. He spent almost 3 weeks around Kailash studying every angle, understanding the weather, and examining every possible route for climbing. But the surprising thing is he never said that the route was too difficult or technically impossible. He clearly wrote that climbing this mountain is impossible. The reason, a strange feeling, as if the mountain itself did not want him there. The guides with him refused to go further. Some of them had such terrifying dreams that they would wake up screaming at night and start scratching their own faces. The fear was something that is very hard to explain in words. And this is not just an old story. In 2001, a Spanish team received official permission, which itself was a very big thing. These were not ordinary climbers, but experts who had already conquered peaks like Mount Everest and K2. But here too the story stayed the same. They could not move beyond the base camp. There was no storm, no major obstacle, yet they themselves refused to go further. Now the question is, when even the most experienced climbers in the world give up in front of this mountain, is it just a difficult climb, or is there really something that does not let humans reach the summit? Till now you have heard that Kyo's affects the human body and mind, but the real shock comes when even machines stop working there. According to the monks, this is not just a natural disturbance, but a technology failure zone where as soon as you enter, your most trusted equipment slowly starts failing. The first effect is seen on the compass. Many trackers have reported that as soon as they reached close to that area, the compass needle started spinning continuously or suddenly got stuck as if someone had held it. In 2015, a German expedition team went there with 6 compasses from different companies to test this. But the shocking part was that within about 8 kilometers of the peak, all 6 compasses failed at the same time. Some needles kept spinning in circles while others completely stopped working. Now think about it. So many advanced instruments failing together is not a small thing. And it is not just on the ground. The same story is seen in the air. Pilots have reported that whenever they fly near this region, their aircraft instruments start giving strange readings. The altimeter shows the wrong altitude. The heading system starts turning in the opposite direction, and sudden strong turbulence hits without any clear reason. That is why this entire area has been declared restricted airspace. Even drones were used to capture this mystery. But the result there was also disturbing. Many drones lost signal in the air and crashed, and the footage that came back was not clear. Broken, distorted visuals, and in some cases, strange faces and shapes were also seen. Engineers later investigated, but no solid reason could be found. Monks say none of this happens without a reason. According to them, Kailash works like a machine that does not accept human-made things. As you move closer, this machine starts shutting down your technology one by one. Now the question is this just some magnetic disturbance, or is there really some force at work that wants to make humans completely helpless? Twin Lakes Surveillance System. Now the story reaches one of the most mysterious parts of Mount Kailash. 2 lakes that are not just water but feel feel like part of some kind of monitoring system. On one side is Lake Manisaravar and on the other side is Rakshastal. Many trackers have reported that as soon as they reached close to that area, the compass needle started spinning continuously or suddenly got stuck as if someone had held it. In 2015, a German expedition team went there with 6 compasses from different companies to test this. But the shocking part was that within about 8 kilometers of the peak, all 6 compasses failed at the same time. Some needles kept spinning in circles while others completely stopped working. Now think about it. So many advanced instruments failing together is not a small thing. And it is not just on the ground. The same story is seen in the air. Pilots have reported that whenever they fly near this region, their aircraft instruments start giving strange readings. The altimeter shows the wrong altitude. The heading system starts turning in the opposite direction and sudden strong turbulence hits without any clear reason. That is why this entire area has been declared restricted airspace. Even drones were used to capture this mystery. But the result there was also disturbing. Many drones lost signal in the air and crashed, and the footage that came back was not clear. Broken, distorted visuals, and in some cases, strange faces and shapes were also seen. Engineers later investigated, but no solid reason could be found. Monks say none of this happens without a reason. According to them, Kailash works like a machine that does not accept human-made things. As you move closer, this machine starts shutting down your technology one by one. Now the question is this just some magnetic disturbance, or is there really some force at work that wants to make humans completely helpless? Twin Lakes Surveillance System. Now the story reaches one of the most mysterious parts of Mount Kailash. 2 lakes that are not just water but feel like part of some kind of monitoring system. On one side is Lake Manisaravar and on the other side is Rakshastal. Almost equal slopes on all 4 sides as if it has been measured and designed carefully. North, south, east, west. Its facing in all 4 directions is so precise that it is hard to call it just a coincidence. Now here comes the real twist. Some researchers and monks claim that if you draw straight lines from Kailash, it connects with some of the most mysterious places in the world like the Great Pyramid of Giza, Stonehenge, Easter Island, Angkor Wat, and Petra. All of these places are already known for their own mysteries, and when they are seen aligned in a straight line, it is said that the chance of this happening randomly is less than 1 in 10 million. This is where the concept of the Earth energy grid comes in. It means that there are certain special points on Earth where energy flows, and these places were chosen deliberately. And in this entire network, the biggest and most important point is believed to be Kailash, like a control center from where all the other places are connected. It is said that deep beneath Mount Kailash there is a hidden chamber. But this is not a treasure room like in movies. There is no gold, silver, or wealth stored here, but something else. Knowledge. Knowledge that is said to be older than human history itself. According to Monk Chun Hu Min, the ancient texts mention that inside this chamber there is a record of the true beginning of humans. Not the story we are taught in school. Evolution or gradual development, but something completely different, as if our origin happened in another way, and that truth has been hidden from the world, and it does not end here. The texts also say that this hall of records contains information about future events. Events called turning points, moments that can completely change the direction of humanity. As if someone already knows what is going to happen ahead. The most mysterious part is the seed of the next world. Monks say that this chamber does not just hold the past and the future, but also hides the seed of the next world. What that really means, no one has been able to clearly explain. But it is said that this knowledge is not meant for humans right now. It is believed that this is why so many strange defense systems exist around Kailash. Time distortion, mental pressure, technology failure, all of these are there to protect that chamber so that no human can reach it. The biggest question remains, if all of this is true, then what exactly is hidden inside that hall of records? And when will the time come for it to be revealed? Now, if we see Kailash as just a mysterious place, the story remains incomplete, because this mountain is not only about mystery, but it is also considered one of the greatest spiritual centers in the world. In Hinduism, it is believed to be the residence of Lord Shiva. It is said that Shiva remains in deep meditation at the summit of this mountain. For thousands of years, saints and devotees have come here for parikrama, believing that it removes their sins and purifies the soul. But this is not limited to Hinduism. In Buddhism, Kailash is considered the center of the universe, a place from where spiritual energy spreads across the world. According to Jainism, the first-tier Risha attained liberation here. And in the Bon tradition, Kailash is seen as the source of all powers. Different religions, different beliefs, but all of them meet at one place, Mount Kailash. Now, here is another surprising thing. For major rivers of Asia, the Indus, Satluj, Brahmaputra, and Karnali all originate from this same region near Mount Kailash. These rivers flow in different directions, and it is said that they provide water and life to almost half of the world's population. Now think about it. So many massive rivers starting from one single place. Can this really be just a coincidence? Some people believe that this mountain was not formed randomly but was placed intentionally at a location from where the entire earth could be balanced, whether spiritually or naturally. Now the question is Kailash just a sacred place, or is it actually a central point of the earth created under some larger plan? Now if you look back and connect the whole story, everything starts linking on its own. First comes the time effect, where a person seems to age in just a few hours, as if Kailash can bend time itself. Then comes the effect on the mind, that rejection field, which does not scare a person directly but forces them to turn back through their own thoughts. After that comes technology, compasses, drones, aircraft. Everything starts failing there, as if some invisible force is shutting down every modern tool. Then comes its geometry, a mountain that looks more like a design than nature, connected with some of the most mysterious places in the world. And finally, the biggest secret, the hidden hall of records beneath Kailash, where the beginning of humans, their future, and even the seed of the next world are said to be stored. The most interesting part is that these stories are not new. For thousands of years, monks already knew about these things, but they never spoke openly. Now that some monks are starting to break their silence, the question becomes even bigger. Why now? Is the time really coming when humanity should know this truth? According to the monks, the answer is not in our hands. They say the mountain itself will decide when humanity is ready. That means no matter how much we search, no matter how much we try to understand, the final decision will always belong to Kailash. Now just think, if all of this is true, if there really is something hidden there that can change our entire understanding, are we truly ready to know the truth? If you like such mysterious and mind-shocking videos, then subscribe to the channel now. Like the video and press the bell icon so you get every update.